Thanks for stopping by Shaping Your World with Shah. I'm Shah, and on this channel, I talk about lifestyle-related topics. As you can see from the title, today's topic are my 2023 travel essentials. So as always, I have my notes, and I have my top 5. So let's jump right in. These items are in no particular order. They're just the top 5 products that I highly recommend for travel, particularly in 2023. So just starting right off, the first thing on my list are socks. And these are Pilates socks. And what makes them Pilates socks is the fact that they have these little grippers on the bottom, and they're very thin. As you can see, they're very thin. They're very easy to slip on and slip off the feet. And while they slip on and off the feet very easily, they do give you a little bit of added protection from slipping and sliding when you're walking because of the grippers. So I like these, being that a lot of us still have to take off our shoes when we're going through TSA at the airport. This way our feet are not bare on the floor. So I always carry my socks whenever I'm flying. And when I get back from my travels, I wash them. I put them right back in my suitcase, so I never leave home without my travel socks. Just because you don't want to have your feet on the floor. You don't want bare feet on the floor when you're in the airport. So number 2, I highly recommend a self-cleaning UV water bottle. So this one, you just put your water in this, and you press it, and the green light will let you know that it's the water is clean. But just what happens is it looks like a regular water bottle, and what makes this different from a regular water bottle is that it uses UVC light to clean both the bottle itself as well as the water inside, which means that you can fill this up with water from anywhere, tap water, water fountains, anywhere, and you just press the top and it will clean the water for you. It'll let you know when the water is clean. A nice thing about this particular bottle is that it keeps hot beverages hot and cold beverages cold. These bottles can be a little expensive, but I think they're well worth it. I did a little search online, and they went anywhere from $40 to $100 depending on the bottle and the brand. This one, I did get this one for free from my job for Employee Appreciation Day. And when I first received it, I was like, what is this? But when I tell you that this bottle it has just become such an invaluable travel essential for me. I love this because obviously you can go through, you just empty it out, have it empty when you're going through TSA so that you're not worrying about liquid restrictions. And then once you get through TSA, you can go to, even in the bathroom sink, fill it up with water, and just you can clean the water by pressing the button. The bottle will clean the water that's inside, and that way you'll always have nice clean water to drink no matter where you are. I was reading in the reviews of these types of bottles, it did say that it's not really safe for drinking water, like if you're out in the jungle, like if you're camping or something like that, only because rivers and streams and bodies of water like that can have parasites and things that these bottles do not clean. They do not kill those type of things. You need the more expensive bottles. Tend to have, I guess, some other type of technology that they use to clean parasites and things like that. But for just regular tap water or fountain water, the UVC light, they say, works very well for purifying that kind of water. And for that reason, these self-cleaning UV water bottles are definitely make my top 5 travel essentials. So next on the list is a phone stand, phone or tablet stand. So right now I'm using my phone to film, so I can't use that. But I have my tablet, and all you do is you just sit it right in here, and it creates a stand so that if you're reading or watching a video. It holds the tablet in place. And I love this because what's good about this is right now it's elevated so that it can hold things, but it folds down. You just take it, fold this down, and it folds down flat, so it's easily can slide into your bag or even your pocket. It doesn't take up space. It has little feet so that when you're sitting on surface, it's not sliding around, and it holds your either your phone or your tablet so that you don't have to be holding it. Let's say you're sitting on a plane and you're reading or you're watching a movie, you don't have to hold it in your hand. You can just put it on the stand. Additionally, what I have, as you can see on my tablet, I have this case here, and this is a case for my my Apple tablet. I can't think of what you call this right now. I don't know. Whatever this is, it's escaping me the name. But this is a cover, and on one side, it's a nice protective case. But on the other side, this folds back accordion style and becomes a stand as well. And it's the same idea. You can you put it on a surface and it will stand so that you don't have to hold the tablet in your hand while you're using it. Love this, love this, love this. So that's why both of these make my top 10 travel essentials list. Moving right along, chargers. Don't leave home without your portable chargers. So I have two here. I have this mini one, which I travel with even like on the weekend if I'm out shopping or just taking like a little day trip. But this is my big mama here, and it has this button here. It lets you know how much charge it has available. But the good thing about this, it has all these ports. So you've got 5 different ports here, and you can charge 5 different devices at the same time. And it's also really good for multiple charges. I love this. Don't leave home. I never leave home without this. I love this for traveling. Particularly, you know, when you're in the airport, a lot of times you might not be able to find a charger, or some of the charging stations don't even work, even if you can find one that's available. So I always like to have my own portable charger with me. Love this thing. Same thing for the little baby one. Now this obviously can only charge one thing at a time, and it has just this little plug here. And this particular device is for Apple products. I don't know if they make these for Android products, but on an Apple product, you would just take the stem and you can it just plugs right in, and you don't need a cord. So that's what makes this really great. And this is more, I'd say, I've gotten multiple uses out of this as well. And this, when you want to recharge this, it does have just a regular cord, and you recharge this, and once it's fully charged, it becomes a really easy, compact, portable charger that you don't need any additional wires for. Speaking of additional wires, we're very used to, no matter whether we have Apple products or Android products, we're very used to carrying around the cords. What we're not as used to carrying around is the box, right? So if you're traveling, don't forget to bring the boxes with you, because you might be traveling someplace that does not support USB charging, and you might actually need the box. So you don't want to get stuck out traveling and not have the box. I actually travel with 2 or 3 of these at a time, just in case. You never know where you're going to be and what's going to be available to you when you get there. Also, of notable mention when it comes to charging devices, I also like this multi-prong charging box. This has it has 1, 2, 3 plugs on the sides, and then it has 3 USB ports. So essentially you could be charging 3 different things I'm sorry, 6 different things at the same time by just plugging this side into a wall or any type into an outlet. You can use this multi-charging device to charge up to 6 devices at one time. So this is really good when it comes to charging as well. I love these especially for cruising, because a lot of times cruise cabins don't have a whole lot of outlets, depending on the cruise line. So these come in really handy because you don't have to worry about limited amount of outlets in your room. Speaking of cruising, I also want to mention, this is not necessarily one of my top 5 items, but just because we're talking about cruising, I highly recommend these metal hooks. This is a pack of 10, and the hook itself is just a regular hook, but it has a magnet on the end. And if you're used to cruising, you know that most of the walls and doors, well, most of the doors are metal. So you just stick this on the door, and it gives you additional hanging space in the cabins. You can use it to hang things like hats, jackets, wet bathing suits, wet towels. So these are really good, and I like to definitely travel with them. Again, not necessarily a top 5 item, but definitely worth mentioning. And the 5th thing on my top 5 essential travel items are organizers. So the 5th thing is not a thing, but rather a category, and the category is organization. I highly recommend organizing your items when you're traveling. It definitely, if you're not used to organizing your items, it would definitely be a game changer, and I highly recommend it. First and foremost, I definitely highly recommend packing cubes. Packing cubes come in 2 types. They come in either regular, and you can usually buy them in a set. This set came from Amazon. I have this, is many years old. This actually was a set of 3. I don't know where the other one is. This is a small, and I'm not sure, this is either medium or large. Again, because I don't know where the other one is, I'm not sure if this is a medium or the large, but I know this is the small. These come in a set of 3. They have a mesh. Well, first of all, they have double-sided zippers. These zippers are really good and reinforced. They also have this mesh lining so that your clothes can breathe, but they're good for, they compress a little bit, not a lot. If you're looking for actual compression, you can purchase compression packing cubes, which I also highly recommend for organization. And these, I bought these off Amazon as well, small and medium size cubes. They have handles, so they're easy to get in and out of your suitcase. If you travel with these, you don't even need to unpack them. You can literally just, when you get to your destination, put them in the drawer using the handle. Really easy. I forgot to mention, these also had handles as well. So that's a really good feature for packing cubes. But what's good about compression packing cubes, as you can see how nice and flat, now obviously there's nothing in here right now, but if you were, this particular one is double-sided. So it has 2 sides. So that's great. That's good for separating your items. I usually use this small size for packing my my underclothes, my underwear, and my bras on one side, and I'll put my pajamas on the other side, or I might do like pajamas on one side and workout clothes on the other side. Either way, but in any event, I'll show you what it looks like. Once you fill it up with your things on either side, it has this zipper here that allows you to compress the bag down. So once you get everything in there and it's all filled up, you take this zipper and it compresses the case so that it flattens out all the things that you have put in there. And I'm gonna be, I'm gonna try to, I'm not gonna promise, but I'm gonna really try to do a pack with me video so that I can show you these items in action, because I highly recommend organizing your things and using packing cubes to organize your things. I also recommend shoe bags. And it doesn't have to be anything special, just some type of bag to separate your shoes so that the bottoms of your shoes are not getting your clothes and your things dirty. I also highly recommend jewelry cases. Either a lot of times when you buy jewelry, they'll put them in these little pouches. I always keep these little pouches. I put earrings, necklaces, so that all my necklaces don't get tangled up with one another. I usually keep these. Also, obviously, you can also buy a full-size makeup bag, not makeup, jewelry bag, which this one I've had for a very long time. And it's got different compartments where you can put your jewelry in the different sections and then close it up and fold it down, and it's good for travel. But again, you don't, you know, if you don't need this much stuff, you can always just use little jewelry pouches. And last but not least, I also like these type of pouches, mesh pouches. Again, just good for organizing your things. This one came in a set of 3. It came in this small, this medium, and this large. As you can see, I keep my tech products. I even have my asthma inhaler in here. I usually keep like makeup brushes in here, but you can put anything. These pouches are great for just kind of separating your things out, so you know where your things are. Like I said, I like to keep my as you can see, I keep my cords. I keep all my chargers and my cords in this pouch. And anywhere I go, I don't even have to be traveling. This bag goes in my purse, my work bag. When I'm traveling, it goes in my carry-on bag. So it's really easy. I always know that I have everything I need because I keep it in this pouch at all times. And I never have to worry about when I'm out traveling, getting someplace and being like, oh my God, I don't have this or I don't have that, because I always have it in this pouch, and the pouch can just go from bag to bag to bag. So, excuse me, that's organization. So those were my top 5 travel essentials. Now, of course, I have some notable mentions for you as well. And the first notable mention is Poo-Pourri. And this is Poo-Pourri Before You Go travel spray. It comes in different scents. This particular scent is lavender. This particular scent is lavender vanilla, but it does come in other scents. It's literally, as it says, before you go, toilet spray. You just spray it in the toilet before you go, if you know what I mean. You spray it in there, and when I tell you, it completely eliminates any odor. 1 to 2 sprays straight into the toilet before you go, and your bathroom will be odor free. This is really good for travel because a lot of times if you're staying in a hotel or you're staying in a cruise ship, the bathroom might be a little smaller than what you might be used to in your home. And you know, you just want to, if you're traveling with someone, you want to, you know, be courteous to the person or people that you're sharing a space with. So that's Poo-Pourri is notable mention. I have five things on my notable mentions. The next notable mention is Clorox To Go. And this is the To Go spray. These are Clorox wipes. Obviously, this is not a to-go pack, but what I do is, because I buy these in bulk, this is tripping. Because I buy them in bulk, what I'll do is I'll just take some, depending on how long I'm going to be traveling, I'll put some in a Ziploc bag, and I'll carry them that way. And it's really good for when you get to your destination, whether it's a hotel room, an Airbnb, a cruise ship cabin, just wipe down all the surfaces. This is a habit, obviously, in post-2020, it's a good habit to be in. It's a habit I was into before 2020, but I continue to carry on that habit because it's just really good. A lot of times, places where you're staying, they might not be cleaned that well, or they might not be disinfected that well. Even your fancy hotels, you know, it's always a good practice to just kind of disinfect the area that you're going to be staying in, just to make sure that it's super clean. So the next thing I want to talk about, notable mention, is exercise. If you're someone who wants to continue to maintain their exercise regimen while they're away, but maybe the place where you're going to doesn't have a gym, I found this product by Gaiam, and it's a foldable yoga mat. I didn't even know this existed, but it looks like this. So it folds down. It's kind of like maybe the size of like an oversized scarf, and it opens up. Now, obviously, it's not going to be as cushiony as a full-size yoga mat, but it's definitely pretty good stability for travel. You know, it's meant for travel, and I think I haven't used it yet. I will be traveling, and again, I plan to, if I have space, I plan to take this with me. So hopefully I can come back at a later date to tell you how well it worked. But I thought this was a great idea, and so that's why I added it to my notable mentions list. Next on my notable mentions list are solids. Particularly if you're flying with the whole 311 restrictions on liquids, I highly recommend, whenever possible, using products that are normally liquids, to try using solid forms. So I have these two products are from Lush. This is a face moisturizer, and it's called Full of Grace, and it's a face serum moisturizer, and all you do is you rub it between your hands to warm it up, and once you rub it between your hands, it'll, you know, you'll have the nice moisturizer on your hands, and then you can smooth it on your face. This is called a scrubby. I've talked about this in my winter essentials video. It's in the shape of a bee, and it's one of their Lush's moisturizing body bars. And it has these little stripes. I don't know if you can see them, like a bee, but they're actually exfoliators. So as you rub this on your body, the butter kind of dissolves and reveals these exfoliators, which will exfoliate your skin, but also the butters in the bar itself moisturize the skin. This is a bar you use in the shower, but the point is, these two products eliminate the need for having a liquid moisturizer for your face and a liquid moisturizer for your body. And also, this also doubles as not only a moisturizer, but a serum also for your face. And also, Lush, I picked up from Lush, but I've seen these in other places as well, are toothpaste and mouthwash tabs. So these also come in different flavors. I have this flavor they call Dirty, which is just kind of like a minty flavor. And I have this Creme de Menthe, which is obviously also a minty flavor. These are toothpaste. These are toothpaste tabs, and they just look like that. Chopped one out. But literally, you just put it in your mouth. You chew it up so that it gets in your teeth, and then you wet your toothbrush, and then you brush like normal. And I use an electric toothbrush, and I still just, you know, brush as normal. It really foams up like regular toothpaste would do, and it does a pretty good job. I will have to mention that it's got baking soda in it, and you will taste the baking soda. So if you're not a fan of baking soda, I wouldn't recommend this, because even with the mint that's in here, the mint does not fully hide that baking soda taste. And I know some people really don't like to brush with baking soda, so definitely want to mention that. But if that's not a problem for you, highly recommend toothpaste tabs. And then the mouthwash tabs, they look similar, little tabs. You're supposed to put these, what do? I think you can put them in water and dissolve them, or put it in your mouth and put water in your mouth and swish it around until it dissolves. And again, these are mouthwash tabs. So another example of taking products that would normally be, obviously toothpaste is not a liquid, but I've heard more recently that TSA is cracking down on, not cracking down, but requiring things like toothpaste to be counted as a liquid, which is kind of ridiculous, because like, what are you going to do? But you know, you don't want that type of thing taking up space in your liquids bag. because obviously they don't allow you like these big old bags. I mean, I have this particular bag from Sephora, and I mean, once you start adding things in here, it can fill up pretty quickly. I highly recommend though putting your things in horizontally. That'll help you save space, but even so, there's only but so much you're gonna fit in here. So that's why my honorable mentions list, I recommend taking things that would normally be a liquid or gel or cream and using solids. And again, like I said, these came from Lush, but you can find products like this at other brands as well. And then my last honorable mention is to just kind of try to consolidate products, use products that are multi-purpose. I have two examples here. One is this Coola makeup sunscreen setting spray, and as the name denotes, it's a setting spray, a makeup setting spray and a sunscreen spray in one. So that's consolidating two products. So even though this is a liquid, it's one product as opposed to two products in your liquids bag. Also, I have this, and this is a product that I highly recommend. I've been using it for many years. I know I've talked about it in multiple videos in the past because I have been using this for years, and I love this product. But a product that's new to my repertoire that I'm really looking forward to trying out on my next trip is this Black Girl sunscreen. And this one in particular is Make It Matte sunscreen. And it, as the name denotes, it's a mattifying sunscreen with SPF 45. But the reason why I added this to my honorable mentions list is because I've heard many people say this not only is a sunscreen, but it's also a good moisturizer and primer. So that's 3 products in one. So that's also, going to save you space in your little 3-in-1 bag, right? So I'm looking forward to using this. And again, I hope to give you my feedback on what I thought, how well it worked, particularly how well I feel it works as a primer, as well as how much I feel it works as a moisturizer. More than likely though, I'll probably be using my Full of Grace serum underneath it. So I won't really know how moisturizing it is. I might try to use it by itself one day, maybe in the house before I go away. But for the most part, I'm really interested in seeing how well this works as a primer. So those are my honorable mentions, as well as my top 5 travel essentials for 2023. Let me know what your travel essentials are, if any of these things are on your list of travel essentials as well. And let me know if you have any fun vacations coming up. I have a trip coming up. Like I said, I'm going to try to do a pack with me video. And I love to hear where you guys are going. Until next time, I hope you be safe, be well. And this is Sha, and this is Shaping Your World with Sha. Bye-bye.